Okay, Tim from marketingassassins.com, also known as takeoverpage1.com, talking to you today about the $64 million question, how do I get targeted web traffic? So let me paint a scenario for you. Perhaps you've got a new website. You've just developed it, you've uploaded it, the content's looking fantastic, and you're sitting there ready and waiting for the money to start rolling in. Alternatively, perhaps you've had a website that's been online for a while and you've been disappointed in the results of getting free web traffic. Perhaps you're now considering that it's actually time to start buying website traffic. Third scenario, maybe you're an affiliate looking for quick ways to generate traffic to an affiliate program that doesn't involve using PPC, which, if you're playing at home, stands for pay per click. Now, for the vast majority of people starting out, the results can be quite disappointing. Results I'm talking about here is web traffic, or perhaps lack of it. In other words, no visitors or not enough visitors coming to your website. You see, often what we do is we put all our initial efforts into getting the website looking fantastic. We're adding the options for people to buy our products, designing products, getting the images and graphics looking fantastic, the banners looking fantastic, getting our ads fitting in nicely with our articles, getting our cost per action offers ready to rock and roll. In other words, we spend all our time on getting the website looking fantastic without really considering web traffic. Now, I'm going to suggest to you that this isn't the right way of doing things, because you see, no matter how nice the website looks, it's not going to do you much good at all without visitors arriving to your website. They're not going to be able to click an ad. They're not going to be able to buy anything. They're not going to do anything unless they arrive to your website. Now, this is a problem that many beginning and intermediate internet marketers alike face. They all, they do the preparation of the website first, including choosing the product, etc., without doing any market research first. And then web traffic, actually attracting visitors to the website, is something that they'll get around to later. They think it's not a priority. Now, I'm going to suggest to you that this is the wrong way of doing things. As I said, you should be following the steps below, and for many people, this will be totally opposite to their way of thinking. Step number 1, research your market and keywords first. This is the most important thing you need to do. Spending time looking at your niche of interest, finding out what people are looking for, and then sell what they want. Not what you think they want, what they want. And you're not going to know what people want until you've done that research, until you've visited forums, looked around, looked at competing products, etc. It sounds really simple, but again and again I see people developing or promoting products that they believe are of interest without doing this research, without actually finding out whether people are interested in the product. So don't make that mistake. Don't spend 6 months developing a product without having done your market research first. It's not what you think is useful. It's all about what your potential visitor will find interesting and useful and what they want. You're trying to address their needs and not your own needs. Okay, so we've talked briefly about how you're going to find out what people want. Research. Spend time looking in forums, competitor websites, as I've mentioned, and other websites to see what people are talking about, what the buzz is, what their problems are, what issues they're having, and then sell a solution. Sell that to them. Get it in your mind that you want to help people. You genuinely should be aiming to help people, and it shouldn't be just about making money from them. Certainly you want to make money. The idea is, as an internet marketer, presumably you want to make some money, but the focus should be on helping people. By putting the needs of your target audience first, you'll find your results will improve dramatically, and in many cases overnight. It'll be that quick. And just remember, the market will tell you what they want to buy, not what you think. Don't second guess, do the research. Okay, point number 2, targeted web traffic. Now is actually the time to be figuring out how you're going to be getting web traffic to your site. Not once the product's developed, not once the website's done. Before that, you should have a firm idea or ideas in mind on how you're going to get that traffic. A few suggestions off the top of my head: article marketing, blog posts, RSS syndication, blog post commenting, Web 2.0 promotion, perhaps some more traditional search engine optimization, and maybe even pay-per-click. although I would suggest that you look at the free models first, because that's a preference that I've got, because I don't like spending money unnecessarily on advertising. In any event, I'm going to explain this in subsequent videos on how to go about it. Suffice to say that if you do not know many or any of these techniques, or don't know much about them, now is the time that you should be putting a focus to learn them. Putting your time in learning these techniques, so that when we actually get to the stage of promoting, you know what to do, you've got a clear plan, and you're ready to go. I mentioned briefly before keyword research. It's very vital. It's something you really need to do. You need to put some proper research into the keywords you aim to use, with a view again of web traffic. Which keywords are you going to target? How much traffic do these keywords get each day? How much competition do you have? Do these keywords have? How much time will you need to invest in getting to page 1 on Google? Which mentor are you going to follow with a system to get to page 1? Hint, hint, takeoverpage1.com. Okay, I'm kidding. Well, actually, I'm not kidding. It's actually a good site, but I digress. But these are the questions, seriously, you need to answer now before proceeding further. You need to have an idea on the keywords you're going to target and a plan on how to dominate those keywords. Let's move on. Step 3. We're now talking about conversion. In other words, how are you going to make money from these visitors? How are you going to convert a visitor into a customer? Are you selling a product? Do you have ads on your web pages? For example, Google AdSense. Are you aiming to get the visitor to sign up to a newsletter and promote to them via email? You should have clear goals here, and should be doing this now, on how you intend to make money, because this can often influence the product that you end up promoting or creating. A good plan of attack is to research what your competitors are doing. Again, looking back on step 1 with the market research, you should have some ideas on what people are, what their problems are, and if you've done your research properly, you've had a look at what some of your competitors are doing, and you've hopefully got some ideas on how to go about monetizing it. But don't just copy what everyone else is doing. Try and think outside of the box. How else can you monetize visitors? What other products and solutions can you target to help people? You know, the reality is that in some markets you'll have less than desirable results with a particular form of monetization. That's just a reality. Some people in particular markets will spend more than other markets. That's just the reality. You need to do your market research to determine which is which. Okay, lastly, we get to the least important of the 4 factors of getting web traffic and of getting your product, and that is the product. So you've done your research, you've figured out how you're going to get web traffic, and you've got a plan on how to monetize your visitors. Now you start thinking about the product. You see, most unsuccessful marketers start with the product first and wonder why they have no sales and no visitors. That's because they haven't spent the time figuring out what their audience wants and how they're going to get them to the website. Consequently, without a plan, nothing happens, and they're left usually pretty disappointed with the results. So I hope this video has started you thinking about how to go about getting targeted web traffic to your website. Take the time, follow it in a step-by-step process, and come up with a plan. You can, and I believe will, succeed. Okay, guys and gals, I'll leave it there for now. Enjoy, and I'll talk to you soon. Cheers for now.